Hi, welcome to the Sewist channel. My name's Corinne Brad and today I want to show you how to make these cute fabric candy canes which are perfect for a Christmas display. You can hang them on the tree. They're just little toys for babies if you take the ribbon off them, and they're really very simple. So let's just move these to one side before I knock them over. We'll provide you with a template in the description below, and it is a very simple candy cane shape, and you need to draw it out onto two pieces of fabric that are placed right sides together. And I've just drawn around the outline, I don't know if you can see this, with a soft blue coloured pencil. And then I'm just going to, glasses on the top of my head. I'm just going to sew right around the outside, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a small gap in this back edge. So using the pencil line as a guide and taking my pins out before I wreck my machine, just lock your stitches in place. And carry on around the curve. If you find your fabric starts to buckle, just make sure your needle is in, lift the foot up and just re-straighten your fabric. It's not high couture, it doesn't need to be a perfect seam. And you can pivot the fabric normally quite easily just by holding it here and letting the feed dogs turn the fabric around the curve. It's a little bit trickier at the end. And the tightest curve you'll have to manoeuvre is that one on the inside of the bend of the cane. So you might just want to turn the flywheel by hand every few stitches. Take it easy, and as soon as you're negotiating something that's a bit trickier, just take your foot off the pedal like you would in a car and ease your way around it. And then just back up the home straight, and for goodness sake, remember to leave a gap in the edge here, like so. So you've sewn all around your shape. Now I was the person that used to cut clips in my seam allowance because I didn't think that I don't know why I didn't think that pinking shears before this. Pinking shears are the best thing for cutting around curves because it's just as much work as a pair of scissors, but you then don't have to go in and clip those seams to get rid of the bulk. Just make sure you don't clip into your sewing line. Try and stay about 1 millimetre away from it at least. And to be honest, you don't really need to worry too much about the straight areas of your cane. It is just these curved pieces. And then up on the inside. Like so. Get rid of your pieces. And then to turn it inside out, simply pop your finger inside, gather it up to the end, and push it through. And then if you grab something like a chunky chunky knitting needle, you can just use this to ease out that curve. Ooh. So you've got your candy cane shape. And because you've used pinking shears on this inner curve, red on red, why do I always pick the same colour fabric as my cutting mat? You don't get any rucked uppedness. And then what you need to do is just use this hole to stuff your candy cane with. But because stuffing something is the world's most boring thing to watch, here is one I have already done. The gaps at the back, and then if you just grab yourself a needle and thread, you can simply sew up the back of this candy cane with a small oversew stitch. Just make sure your stuffing is tucked in there. What I've actually done on this, I forgot to mention, where I've got the, I folded the raw edges to the inside, I've actually run a tacking stitch line around there just to make it easier to stitch it up. I've also used the world's longest piece of thread to do this. Never mind. And all you need to do is just catch, less than 1 millimetre of the folded edge of each of them. And try not to pull your stitches too tight because it will ruck up the edge of it. Go through at the end a couple of times, bind off your knot. Get a loop in your knot because you're in a hurry. How have I done that? There you go. And then normally what I do to get rid of the ends is rather than cut it off at the knot, I'll put the needle back through the work so I can cut it off, and there's a long end of thread inside your work so it doesn't come undone so easily. And then all you need to do to finish it is grab yourself a piece of festive ribbon, cut the ends into a inverted V shape, and then tie your knot around your cane like so. So there you go, a selection of festive Christmas candy canes. Great project to use up odds and sods of festive fabric. You might have made a Christmas quilt for a child, or you've made a patchwork tablecloth for Christmas. This is a great project because it really doesn't take up an awful lot of fabric, and you can make them, they don't have to be the same fabric on both sides. You can have dual-sided candy canes. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you have a fantastic Christmas if you're watching this round about Christmas. If you're watching it in March, then you've got plenty of time to make these in time for Christmas, and we hope you'll join us again very soon. Thank you for watching. If you've been inspired to create, please share your makes with us in the comments section below. And if you've enjoyed videos by the Crafts channel, hit the like button. Want to see more of us? Then click subscribe. See you next time.